Hey everybody, I am going to install my TLR7 HL-X Streamlight on my Glock 17 Gen 6. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Use my handy dandy little tool here. Loosen this up. The Streamlight instructions say to use the, what was it, 1913-1 on Glock 1719 Gen 5s. So we'll see. It comes with the 1913-1 installed already. So I should be able to just loosen this up and then put it on here and see what happens. Not quite loose enough yet. Not quite. All right. Looks like it worked. Look how sexy that is. Nice and just behind the barrel. I like it back so I'm not getting a bunch of dirt, debris, powder, gas. Nice. So you do a quick touch and it's on. If you hold it down and then let release, just a pressure pad. I like these. I'm switching to this because I don't use the laser, and because most people don't use razor. Any serious people, I guess, I'm not serious by any means, but the people that they make the holsters for, Safariland, Blade Tech Valor, stuff like that, none of those cool holsters are compatible with the TLR8. TLR8 has this extra little knob down here on the bottom. That's where the laser emits out of. I also wanted to make a change because I got these, which are the push button kind of pad style, and these are the push down activation switches. So pressure from the side won't turn them on. What I found with these, if it's in a sturdy holster, like a level 2 or something like those retention holsters, this is not an issue. But in my swap rig, these are Kydex on the outside, and the Kydex is firm, but you can mush it, you can bend it. So if I was carrying these and it wasn't in travel mode, the buttons would get depressed and the light would turn on, which really defeats the purpose of concealed carry when all of a sudden you're shining a light either down your pant leg, or if it's on your belt but covered by a jacket or something, your flashlight's pointing down, or in your shoulder holster, you're just kind of shining in around you, out your vest, out your jacket, whatever. So that's why I'm switching to this. Ooh, bright, nice and bright on there, nice and snug. Beauty. So now hopefully I could just leave it in ready mode, and if I draw and have to activate, I can just do that without having to put it into activate mode and then activate the switch. So that was it. All I did, there's a little screw here. If you're installing on a Glock, this is a Glock 17 Gen 6. The instructions don't come with recommendations for that, but the Gen 4, Gen 5 instructions seem to be working just fine. It's on here. It's nice and snug. It's not moving. I haven't shot it with this on here, but I do not expect this to go anywhere. So the 1913-1 key plate is what I used, and it came on the mine. I opened the box, and that's the one that was installed in here. So I didn't have to cut this out. I didn't have to install anything. Just ready to rock out of the box on the Glock 17-19. So with the Glock 17, you're going to have a nice just back of flush, which I prefer. I don't want it protruding out and getting all this blast whenever it's getting shot. The nice aluminum housing, nice and cool. Black matches the aesthetic. There we go. So yeah, just unscrew this, loosen it up. You don't have to, it's unthreading from this side. So you're giving it space for this accessory rail to fit in, and then you just tighten it back down around it. And these plates have this little notch in them. See that little notched plate? That's what goes in your Glock accessory. There's a notch in it, and the little plastic thing is what fits in there. So the 1913 one, look at that, fits right up against the trigger guard. I have easy access both with my trigger finger and my offhand thumb to activate. See that? I can go on, off, on, off. Either. Easy to use. The TLR7 what are we at? The TLR7 HL-X has 1100 lumens with the SL89 battery, or 5500 with the CR123A. 23,000 candela with the SLB9, or 11,000 candela with a CR123A. Distance it can throw with a SLB9, 303 meters, 210 meters with a CR123A. Runtime 30 minutes with the SLB9, 1.5 hours with a CR123A. And it includes the SLB9 rechargeable battery with it. But I have a bunch of regular CR123As for emergencies if I have to change the battery or this one's needs to be charged. But that's it. Easy peasy on the install. Nice and solid, sturdy on there. Looking forward to shooting it with this. Took it out and took it out and shot it. Put about 250, 350 rounds through this. Did not lube it, did not do anything. Took it out of the box that they shipped it to me in, and worked like a drum. Zero malfunctions, and I was using Glock OEM mags as well as P mags for the Glock 17. Didn't have an issue with either. Did reloads, all sorts of stuff with them. Reloads, transitions. One thing, the Shadow Systems did spoil me a little bit on their taller sights, iron sight. They're actual iron, not these plastic ones. And I am a little bit spoiled on running an optic, but I was able to hit the target with these Glock standard sights that they come with. And yeah, I like it. This guy is going to transition into my main carry gun, is the the reason why I'm getting this. And one of the reasons why I got this is with the Gen 6, they updated to a lot of the features that I was looking for with the shadow system. So cut out for the optic plate, forward serrations, the stippling was the nice grip. I mean, this stuff, it's very grippy, but it's not so grippy. It's like sanding your hand off as you're using it. Like everything about it. Trigger, I don't have a problem with Glock triggers. I'm not planning on updating this, but the one thing I do want is the 17 has a little bit of a magwell flare built into it, but I would like to put a magwell on. So the DR920, which is a shadow system, let's see, has this magwell that you could put on, and I like this. So whenever Glock comes out with theirs, I'm probably going to get one of these for that. But this is DR920. Still like it, but everything that kind of works for this, unless it's specifically made for this gun, is going to be a Glock 17 holster. This is just a legit Glock 17, so it won't like kind of fit, it'll just fit. And that's what I'm looking for. Speaking of, let's try this holster out. So this is the Blackhawk T2 holster for a light. And whenever I put, you could kind of hear it click in there, and it works-ish once you get it clicked in. But then it is kind of finicky. This is the first time I've tried putting it in here. Let's see what we get. Looks like my light might not be compatible, or I need to adjust my retention screw. I think my light might not be compatible with this one. Yeah, light is not compatible. So that's a little bit of a drag. But you can see with, I got the HL on this one, and I just have the regular TLR8, which would be a regular TLR7. So the footprint's a little bit different. But that's a little bit disappointing. But this was just an existing holster I had. So this is not going to work for this. But I am looking at the Blade Tech Valor holster, so stay tuned. But anyway, that's how you install the TLR7 HL-X Streamlight on Glock 17 Gen 6. Hope that helped.